paving job. Find out how we can do your paving project by clicking on the icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And welcome into the WTIM Morning Show, our final segment of the morning. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. In the studio, we are happy to have Denise Evans, co-coordinator at Safe Passage. Denise, how are you today?
Hi, good.
Good.
Glad to be back.
So good to have you back. And yeah, let's get started just talking a little bit about your current status. We're happy to have you back, happy to have you speaking with us. But just talk to us about your recovery these past couple of months.
Well, it's been rough.
Yeah.
I had 2 strokes this year, so I was kind of out of commission of talking with anyone. And I've been going through physical therapy and everything, so I'm finally finished with that. And I was ready to come back. So
and we were ready for you to come back over here, and of course not to say Debbie Prince wasn't doing a great job, because she absolutely was. Debbie Prince keeping up the great words of Safe Passage, but Denise Evans, it was my introduction to Safe Passage, and you use that voice to connect struggling people to a path to sobriety through so many different forms of aid. So we're happy to have your operations back set in the community, and of course back on the morning show talking all about them. So yeah, let's do just that. How have things at Safe Passage been in the past couple of months?
busy. Yeah. And Debbie has stepped up and taken over while I was out. And so I worked myself back in. I'm doing 5 days a week now. So, it's better. It's rough sometimes, but I'm making it.
Absolutely. We're very proud to have you back to it, and we're happy to see you thriving back in it as well. But you mentioned Debbie Prince keeping things up, and you mentioned you're back to 5 days a week, which I raised my eyebrow at first. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that normal? Safe Passage coordinators, they're on call 24/7 most times,
right.
But you're putting the call out there 5 days a week. You're on
in the office, yeah.
5 days in the office. Absolutely, really great to hear. Just recently, you spoke over at Pana Community Hospital. Is that true? What was that conversation like?
We started getting calls from Pana ER and wanting us to come to talk to clients that had come in there and needed rehab. So we made an appointment with the CEO over there and spoke with them. And we came up with an agreement that anytime they are going to have someone come into ER that needs help, they will call us, and we will go over there and do just the same thing as if they come in the office here and get them into rehab, detox and rehab.
This is very
Yes.
promising to hear. This movement is being pushed into Pana,
expanded
through Pana Community Hospital, and to have that known. And so there was a spike, and I'm sure. I mean, the problems exist over there as they do in Taylorville.
Yes,
they must have seen some sort of spike to call you. Do you have any idea what got them in contact?
Well, they knew we were the original Safe Passage office in Taylorville, and so they called and asked for help.
Wow. As simple as that. You deployed your tactics and you went out there. I'm really glad to hear that movement is happening. Describe Taylorville and Pana. Are they experiencing similar issues in terms of addiction and drug type?
Yes, there's quite a bit of activity in Pana also. And they need some help. There isn't, Pana Hospital doesn't have detox, but one day I spent like 8 hours over there in ER with a client, and it was on a Saturday, and we got him into detox down in Mattoon, the Sarah Bush Hospital. So I had him released from ER in Pana, drove him to Mattoon, had him admitted there. And then we had him admitted onto the Our House in Charleston for rehab. That's where he is now.
Wow. really enjoy hearing the process and the steps that people addicted take to get to that path of sobriety right there. Prior to the conversation you had with Pana Community Hospital, could a Pana resident come into Taylorville
Oh,
to get
yes.
these services?
Yes. We've had a lot of Pana residents come in. We have no boundaries in Safe Passage. You can come from all over. I've actually had people come from Texas. And I had one a couple of years ago. He was in Texas and he wanted to come here to Safe Passage. And he had to fly. He'd never been on a plane before. So we walked him through the steps of going through the airport and getting on the planes and switching planes, and then picked him up in Springfield and took him to rehab.
My goodness. And
So-
the distance surprises me, but it doesn't based on the services offered
Yeah.
with Safe Passage. You just can't find it too many other places there.
No,
Talk to me about how long ago was this Texas man helped by Safe Passage?
about 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And was that a former Taylorville native there, or was that just a person that knew about Safe Passage?
I think he was
Yeah.
grew up here.
Interesting.
And he had relatives here and everything. He wanted to come back. So
You think about a person needing Safe Passage and getting that help. Taking an airplane would not be an easy step for someone
he
dealing with
was
addiction. So we're already hearing the Safe Passage services start at the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
Of that. It's just fun. It's interesting to hear about all the things Safe Passage is involved with on that path to recovery. There, from getting the addicted person the help they need, and then finding employment, finding a job, getting their kids back. All of those things. Denise Evans, coordinator at Safe Passage, in studio with us right now. Talk to us a little bit about our local law enforcement out there. How conversations been between them, because I know they're on the same page with Safe Passage. They find an addicted
they're very
person,
good.
and they bring them to you. Any new things there? Any conversations you've had recently with law enforcement?
Well, every day we have something there, but yes, they are very good about bringing people in, and if they need help, they see it, so they bring them in or suggest them to come in and talk to us. I met last Friday with a family. It was called Family Services Center, and it's a branch off of DCFS with the state. DCFS is so busy that they have a big overload with all the kids and everything. So this office, takes care of the extra, I guess you would say. And after the kids are in foster care and say the parents are finally wanting to get clean and get their kids back, they might come in the office there at Family Services, and they needed to know how to help them. So they called me. I went and spoke with 25 of the counselors and caseworkers last Friday, and we came up with a verbal agreement to where when they get someone in there, one of their clients, then they will call us and we will do a Zoom meeting. We won't run up there every time, I told them, because we can't do that. But we will do a Zoom meeting while they are there in the office with the counselors or caseworker. And we will go through the same interview as if they were in the office. Wow. Get all their information and everything, and get them set up with a rehab center. Wow. And then I asked them, well, what about transportation then? And they said, don't worry about it. We have transportation. We will take care of getting them to wherever you want to send them. So that was good. So actually all we're going to have to do is just talk to the client and get them into rehab.
Wow. And that's DCFS that is handling all that, or is it?
It's called Family Services.
Oh, yes. Not
but
DCFS.
They work with DCFS.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Got to keep all the arms
I know.
and branches of
Yeah.
that clear there. Yeah.
All the state branches. Yeah.
But bottom line there, things are a little bit clearer, a little bit more simple for people that are struggling with addiction. They're trying to get back in contact with their kids.
With their kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Denise Evans, coordinator at Safe Passage, in studio right now. We're set for us to take a short break. But before we do, Denise, phone number, website people can go to out there if they need more information about Safe Passage.
Okay, you can call 217-777-0080.
Perfect. All righty.
Okay.
Any type of website, or just go with the phone number if you need.
The phone number. I do have Facebook page where we put everything on there when we get someone admitted or we have special meetings or speakers or whatever like that. But just call.
Active on Facebook, Safe Passage right there with Denise Evans. And this is the WTIM Morning Show. We'll be back after this quick break.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn slightly lower, beans double-digit lower, wheat trading steady. September corn down 3.5, 391. December new crop 406 3/4, down 3 1/4. March corn 421 3/4, down 2 3/4. August beans 1039 3/4, down 37 3/4. September beans down 29 3/4, 1012 1/4. New crop November now at 1021 1/4, down 27 1/4. September wheat 524 3/4, up 1 1/4. December wheat up 3/4, 549 1/4. August bean meal 351.10, down 220. August bean oil 41.98, down $1.68. Livestock market at this hour: August feeders 258.47, down to $1.22. August live cattle 188.50, down 7 cents. August lean hogs 91.40, down 207. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio.
Proven banking solutions are a must for today's business owner. Hi, I'm Jim Adcock with People's Bank and Trust. If your company needs products like online bill pay, remote deposit and payroll direct deposit, or better checking and savings account options, then we need to talk. I can customize our business banking and lending plans to fit your company's needs. Call 888-PBT-1954 or visit bankpbt.com today. We want to be your business banking partner. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sunglasses are often seen as a fashion accessory, but their primary function goes beyond style. They play a crucial role in protecting your eyes from harmful UV radiation. Dr. Smothers Champley and Dr. Craig's at Advanced Eye Care in Taylorville promote you to wear sunglasses. Long-term exposure to bright sunlight may increase the risk of cataracts and growths. The right pair of sunglasses is essential for maintaining eye health. Stop in today and let Advanced Eye Care in Taylorville help you choose just the right pair. Advanced Eye Care, modern eye care, old-fashioned caring.
Taylorville Estates Assisted Living is where they encourage independence and enrich lives. Have your own apartment and enjoy 3 home-cooked meals a day. Socialize with friends and ride the bus to many local activities. Residents are treated like family at Taylorville Estates Assisted Living. Find out vacancies and get on the waiting list by contacting Administrator Tony Clark. You can stop by or call 824-2222. That's 824-2222. Taylorville Estates Assisted Living, encouraging independence, enriching lives.
If you haven't seen what's going on at Bailey Park just off West Spresser in Taylorville, stop by. Lower your home cost by downsizing and save money. Bring your manufactured home to locate on their lot or they'll sell you one. Click the Bailey Park icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation aims to foster, promote, and stimulate economic development. They're here to help your business grow. Find out more on the Shelby County Economic Development Corporation by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And we are back here on the WTIM Morning Show with Denise Evans, coordinator at Safe Passage. We're so happy to have her back in studio. Before we move with our conversation, we'd like to thank our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. Let's talk a little bit about this upcoming 2024-2025 school year, Denise, because Safe Passage, they have their hand in some operations to get the school year started. What do you guys do? What are you involved with?
Our next step will be contacting the schools and then kind of inviting ourselves over there to speak with all the kids. We've done that for the past couple of years and it's worked out great.
Great. And inviting yourself is exactly what you need to do right here. Because these kids need to know what's going on, especially the educators too. Talking about the age range, the schools that you will be going to.
Usually it's junior high through high school.
Okay. And the junior high thing doesn't surprise me too much because the conversation can't start too soon. But educators, administration, they've voiced concerns that they have found substances and things in the junior high, which blows my mind. It feels like it's very young to be into that stuff. But did you imagine? And 3 years ago, when you kind of started these talks, did it start with the junior highs as well? Were you guys in junior high schools along with the high schools?
No, it was mostly high school.
Yeah. It's an interesting
Yeah.
thing. I think it's the prevalence of the electronic
Right.
e-cigarettes, the
Mhm.
vapes that are out there, and those are
Mhm.
easily concealable. So, I mean, what is that message then? That goes to the junior high school students. Are you the one that's given the presentations? Is it Debbie? Is it a little teamwork?
Well, Chief usually starts to talk, and tells more extensive, gives figures and different
Mhm.
things that's going on. And then I tell them what happens when they come into the office, and the procedure and everything. And it's good because usually we're standing on the gym floor, the kids are up in the bleachers, so you can kind of see them. They're listening, and one of them might, you might say something, and one of them might nudge the other one, like, this is interesting, or this is
This applies
something
to
they're
me.
familiar with,
Right.
and every time we've spoken somewhere, at the end, we always tell them if they want to talk to us for a minute, or if they have anything they need to say, to stop down, talk to us. And every single time we've had one or two of them come
Really?
and give us some information, and, tell us they need help, and that they were afraid to talk to the counselor or teacher or something.
Well,
And so it turns out really good.
one of the effects that I wasn't prepared for quite. I mean, I thought this was totally educational, which it is. You guys
Mhm.
are describing, but I didn't know you gave an opportunity to come talk, and the kids
Oh,
are
yeah.
actually taking
They're
advantage
taking
of that,
advantage,
which really surprised me.
and a couple of times we had maybe their friend would come with them, because they're afraid to talk to
Yeah.
police, so they would come down and say, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" and or tell me maybe what's going on in their home, or their parents, or with them, or what they're doing. And
It's
so
the reason I feel like it could be one of the reasons it's such great opportunities, because Safe Passage, you're not a teacher, you're not principal, you can't, and
No.
you preach. You're not going to get in trouble for your
Right.
past wrongdoings. We're here to help you from
Mhm.
here on out to
Mhm.
the future there. So all really cool that is the message being sent to our young learners out there. Kind of the same message there for the juniors as it is for the junior high school, as it is for the high school. Probably just a little bit more real for those high schoolers. They're a little bit more clear vision of what's going on around
Right.
them. Does the message change at all for the high schoolers?
No, we've had high schoolers come and talk to us also.
But yeah,
Mhm.
it's a good thing to have Chief Wheeler start the conversation there. I
Uh-huh.
was thinking our Safe Passage coordinators, but of course Chief Wheeler just as involved with Safe Passage
Oh, yeah.
as the coordinators
Yes.
there.
Mhm.
He said he brings up some figures there, but I'm sure there's probably just a little bit of a mission to maybe strike maybe a little bit of fear, but maybe the consequences.
Right.
Of
Right.
getting
That's
into this
what he more or less tells a little bit about his experiences, and, on the streets, and what it could end up with if they, get involved in it.
Yeah, I think a
So.
lot of really important conversations are
Mhm.
had there, and some realizations are made by students that they weren't quite prepared for. I'm
Right.
sure that's a good day.
Right.
How, is this early in the school year type of thing that we're expecting?
Yes. Well, probably I'll contact them when school starts, so they can make a, schedule their time and a meeting time.
Are you just
Mm.
focusing on Taylorville schools? Are you
No.
going to venture out?
No, we venture out all over Christian County.
That's really great to
Mhm.
hear. So we're thinking Pana, we're thinking some major cities in
Uh-huh.
Christian County. Awesome. This is Denise Evans, coordinator at Safe Passage in Taylorville. We got about a minute left. Denise, anything that people need to know about this upcoming month of August here? School year is starting. Anything new with Safe Passage that we need to know about?
Well, there'll be a lot of changes when school starts, of course. The kids will see their friends that maybe they haven't seen all summer. Just watch the actions, and everything went after they start school. So
Paying attention to those
pay
changes.
attention to it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. I didn't even really think about that. You're being reintroduced to your friends that
Yeah.
maybe you didn't hang out with, and then it's the reintroduction of maybe some bad habits.
Right.
So all really great words from Denise
Right.
Evans this morning. Denise, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming today. Absolutely. Denise Evans, your coordinator at Safe Passage in Taylorville, and yet another great morning show with her. We'd like to thank our live stream sponsors that make the live stream possible: People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. You've been listening to the WTIM Morning Show.
Your information station.